What's happening, everybody, and welcome to today's video. So it's been a pretty good weekend. We've had a lot going on this weekend. Been looking after a friend's dog. We've been out on lots of family walks. This evening I've been clearing out, ready to turn this bedroom stroke office that I'm currently sitting in into Maggie's own bedroom, because she's pretty much been sleeping in our bed ever since she was born. Well, I say pretty much, she's been sleeping in our bed pretty much ever since she was born. So we're finally turning the spare bedroom into a room for her to be able to actually have as her own room, and then gradually try and get her to sleep in here. But, you know, standard issue, clearing the room out. It's been used as kind of an office, spare bedroom, storage room all this time, but we're going to clear it out and you know, paint the walls pink and put a nice bed in here and some of her toys and just a place where she wants to be, which means that this office desk is going to have to find another home. But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been doing today. But in today's video, what I'm going to talk about is, as you guys know, I kind of started training, doing CrossFit recently, implementing that into my training. And what I have also done is signed up to the team training program, which I'm not 100% sure who actually is affiliated with the program, who writes the program, who runs it, who owns the company, etc. But, you know, I've been watching, one of the YouTube channels that I've been watching for the longest amount of time is TeamRichey, which is Craig Ritchie and Jazz. And I have a feeling that, well, I definitely know they have something to do with it, whether it's theirs. You know, his whole YouTube thing is his team, so team training program kind of makes sense, but I don't actually know who writes the programs and is in control of the whole thing. But I know that in some way they're affiliated with it, and that's kind of how I've ended up signing up to that program. So it's just online programming, kind of based around CrossFit, and there's different programs that you can pick, whether it's focusing on weightlifting, building strength, or kind of the daily WODs, which are more CrossFit based, or gymnastic focused stuff. At the moment I'm just on the kind of daily WODs, and which is just all round kind of CrossFit and technically kind of getting people prepared for the Open and all that kind of stuff. But me myself, it's just one, you know what's nice sometimes, obviously with my clients, do all their programming, they turn up to the studio, and we put them through a training program. And the same with any online clients I have, write their training programs. And it's nice to just be able to turn up to the gym, to your home garage, wherever you train, and just have all of that pre-planned out for you. And the reason that I've signed up to it and I'm not programming it myself is purely because of that. Because I wanted to just be able to turn up to the gym. It's already written down, you know, what I'm doing today. Haven't got to plan things out, and just it's fun and interesting doing someone else's programming instead of doing the programming for your own workouts. Sometimes I quite like that. It's just one less thing to think about. Like I said, it's more fun, more interesting. You're going to push yourself in different ways. You know, you're going to get biased days where if you don't follow a particular program, you're going to turn up to the gym. You're just kind of going to do what you feel like doing that day, and maybe not push yourself as much as you should do, or maybe you're just going to stick to doing the things that you're comfortable with and that you're good at, instead of kind of pushing yourself outside your comfort zone a little bit. By following a program like this, it's obviously all thought about, all kind of put into a particular order, but also on those days where maybe I feel like taking it a bit easier, and maybe I would have, you know, had a bit of an easier gym session, if I follow the program, that's not necessarily going to be the case. So it's just different stimulus for the body, following something different, fun to do. And also, you know, I think as a coach, it's very good to try all different programs and try different things. And because I'll probably pick up some things from doing this programming that I'll put into my own programming for my clients, because I quite like it and I enjoy it and I haven't thought about doing it that way before. So just all round, it benefits everybody all round. So the team training program is what I've started doing, and I've only done like 2 or 3 days so far out of week 1, because actually towards the end of this week my daughter came home from nursery with a cold, as they do, not COVID, because we've all done tests in the house, but you know, just your typical cough and cold, and she's passed it on to the rest of us. So for the past 2-3 days I've just felt a bit meh and not really been in the mood for working out. Back in the day I would have just pushed myself through it, but what ends up happening is that just prolongs how long until you start to feel better and then can get back into training. So I've just kind of done nothing but walk the dogs and stuff like that over the past few days, so still doing plenty of steps, and hopefully I'll be waking up tomorrow or Monday and feeling a lot better and ready to get stuck into that program again. But what we're going to do in this video is going to switch over to a little voiceover and going to walk you guys through the first workout that I did on the team training program, which was nice, different, hard. It was a hard workout and a lot of fun. So I'm going to switch over to a voiceover and continue drinking this zero sugar Fanta. So refreshing. If you you know, just fancy something a little bit sweet, don't want to be consuming calories, don't want to drink full fat fizzy drinks, then like Fanta Zero fresh out of the fridge, it's nice. Okay, so first of all we started off with the warm-up, which is 4 rounds of these exercises. So starting off with a 20 calorie row, then 10 walkouts, and 15 hollow body rocks. So kind of like taking it nice and slow to start off with, and then just getting more progressive with the intensity of these exercises as you go through, just to get more and more warm by the end of the 4 rounds. What I quite like about these warm-ups in this program is that they're kind of a lot of the time mobility stuff, but it's also getting your heart rate up. And 4 rounds of this, you know, to some people would probably actually be part of their main workout, but this is just getting you warm for what's to come. So actually the warm-up is generally quite intense, and also, you know, you feel like you've had a bit of a workout to start off with, and that's what I quite like about this programming is each day so far as well, these warm-ups have been quite versatile, quite different, but this is kind of where we're starting off. These hollow body rocks, let me tell you, they look simple, but they are intense on your core. And again, what I like about this and getting warmed up is it's getting literally everything firing, getting your core warm, getting blood pumping through the whole of the body, ready to move on to the kind of more intense stuff of the workout. Then we came into one of the main parts of the workout, which in total is 3 rounds between these 2 different things, and it's all for time. So starting off was either 100 double unders or single unders. I can't quite do double unders yet, so throwing in the single unders. And then it was 30 toes to bar. But again, I'm doing knee raises here to kind of scale it down a little bit, but also, as you can see, there's a brick wall in the way, so I can't necessarily do toes to bar or any kind of strict straight leg raise. So you just kind of got to make do with what I've got here, but at the same time these were hard enough for me at the moment, and 30 is quite a lot to do. Then the burpee box jump overs. I mean, anything that involves a burpee is going to be pretty tough. Throw in box jumps in that as well, and you know, it's a pretty tough exercise all in all, and just gets the heart rate racing. So 15 of these, and then it was rest 2 minutes between that round, and then moving into 25 calorie assault bike was on the program, but I don't have an assault bike, so I did 25 calorie ski erg, and then 30 hand release push-ups, and it's either a handstand walk or 6 wall walks. So I can't do handstand walks. I also don't necessarily have the kind of free run to do handstand walks, so wall walks it was, which are, let me tell you, they're not easy, particularly after you've just done 30 hand release push-ups. Your shoulders and everything already pretty toasted, so moving into handstand walks that's even tougher as well. But what I like about handstand walks is everything's been incorporated in these. Like, you just feel very stable and strong through your shoulders. That exercise is like hugely impactful on the stability through your shoulders. Then after that, in true CrossFit style, the t-shirt came off and things got serious as I progressed on to the further 3 rounds. Now, this was an intense workout, kept the heart rate pretty high throughout the whole thing, and just, you know, full body. What I like about this programming is it's just very varied. You know, when I used to just stick to more bodybuilding style splits, after a while, I'll be honest, like, I just got a bit bored of that style of training. This, I feel like, is testing you in different ways. You're keeping things massively varied. You're working all different areas. You're challenging yourself in different ways, and also find that the intensity is higher. So you're building muscle, you're getting stronger, but you're also, like, cardiovascular wise, doing a lot more than you necessarily would when you're doing, you know, typical bodybuilding splits. And following this programming is just like incredibly varied from day to day. So you're going to get stronger, you're going to get fitter, your physique is going to change. And to be honest, like, in terms of physiques, I actually quite prefer, you know, when you see someone that's done CrossFit for a while, they have a pretty decent physique on them, and it looks just more natural than someone that's been doing typical bodybuilding splits for forever. It's just a better athletic looking physique. And I actually think that by the looks of it, the majority of CrossFit people tend to be able to keep a better looking physique all year round, and tend to be able to stay leaner all year round. And I think that's probably from the intensity of the workouts, the variation of the workouts, and kind of not getting caught in that whole cutting and bulking cycle. It's about feeding your body so that you can perform during the workouts, and also the workouts are intense enough to make sure you're challenging yourself constantly, which is what is going to make your body change, adapt and improve. And actually, most CrossFit programming, to a certain extent, you're still following a bit of a push-pull legs kind of, you know, theme, but maybe with slightly less intensity, so it's not all leg day focused. So you kind of hit more of those muscle groups actually more often throughout the week than you maybe would following a typical bodybuilding split. And that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning into today's video. I hope you found it useful in some way. And like I said, just saying to you guys that, you know, signing up to a program, getting someone else to do your programming if you don't already, or hire a coach or a PT, is massively beneficial in my eyes, because if you go into the gym without a plan, then you're not necessarily pushing yourself to improve. It becomes quite easy to kind of stick to doing the same sets, reps, exercises, and at first that may work because it's a new stimulus for the body, but after a while you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough, and that's why you're not seeing huge changes in your fitness, your physique. So it's massively important to make sure that you're doing that. So if you're not, you know, meticulously planning out your own programming, then get someone else to do it for you. Sign up to something like team training programs, sign up to online coaching with me, or one-on-one personal training with me, or someone in your area. But it's definitely well worth getting somebody to write you a program so that you can follow it when you are in the gym, to make sure you're making progress and getting results. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.